So I'm going to do my old magic trick. Abracadabra! Poof! Dinosaurs! Did you know that there are over 700 species of dinosaurs have been identified and named? Yes guys, over 700 species named and discovered by scientists. But scientists believe that there are more dinosaurs out there waiting to be discovered. So, you might find some bones in your backyard. It might be a dinosaur bone. Hello everybody! I'm Franco Carrillo and welcome to MegafrancoTV! So in today's video, it is going to be fun because we're going to talk about one of my most favorite topics. You guess what it is? So I'm going to do my old magic trick. Abracadabra! Poof! Dinosaurs! So in today's video, we're going to talk about the fun facts about dinosaurs. Are you all excited, guys? Because I am! Before we start, guys, please smash that subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so that you'll get notified if I upload a new video. And don't forget to follow me on my Facebook page. It's Franco Carrillo. And here's the top 10 on my list. Here we go. Number 10, Spinosaurus. The name Spinosaurus means spine lizard. Spinosaurus was a carnivorous dinosaur that lived during the middle of the Cretaceous period. That's about 93 to 100 million years ago. Did you know that Spinosaurus is the only dinosaur that could swim? Yes, that's right guys! Spinosaurus mostly lived in lakes. They live in lakes. Before in Africa, there would be plenty of lakes there. And also rivers, as they would sometimes swim in the rivers and lakes, catching fish as food. However, the Spinosaurus disappeared at the end of the Cretaceous period, the time where Earth got warmer, so their water-based habitat dried out. And so they did not have enough food to eat. Sadly guys, the rivers and lakes mostly went off and the tides of the oceans went large. So the Spinosaurus went extinct. Yes. You might be familiar with T-Rex, but what about Spinosaurus? Spinosaurus is known to be T-Rex's nightmare. It is because Spinosaurus is larger in size, but also more mightier than the T-Rex. In the movies may depict the Spinosaurus walking on its two hind legs most of the times and hunting its prey, but scientists have finally figured out that the Spinosaurus also walks with its all four legs. Well, it also walks on its two legs. Spinosaurus mostly eat fish by wading on the lake and then catching fish. Sometimes when small dinosaurs come to drink the water of the lake, the Spinosaurus jump over and eat its prey. Well, it eats fish most of the time. Sometimes it might eat other small dinosaurs. In movies, you might think that the T-Rex and Spinosaurus will be fighting since the past. But sadly guys, this wasn't true. Spinosaurus and T-Rex never met. Huh? It is because, true, they do live in the same era, Cretaceous, but the Spinosaurus appeared early than T-Rex. That's right. And also, T-Rex live in the North America and the Spinosaurus live in Africa. So it would be too far away for them to reach each other And they do live at the same period, but Spinosaurus was early and T-Rex was late. That's why they would never met. Not everything you see in movies are real. So those are the fun facts about Spinosaurus. Now let's go to number 9. Ankylosaurus. The name Ankylosaurus means fused lizard. It lived during the late Cretaceous period. There are plant eaters and slow-moving dinosaurs. Ankylosaurus was a big dinosaur that had huge for protection from attackers. Because mostly it's covered in shell and this club on its tail that can swipe out almost anything like rock. It can destroy a rock. But did you know that a herbivore like this, even though it's smaller, a little bit smaller than the T-Rex, it can also kill a T-Rex. Yes, it's true, your favorite dinosaur can be defeated by this little but not so small dinosaur with a club on its tail. How come our most favorite dinosaur get defeated by a herbivore? You might think it's impossible, but it is possible. As you already know, the Ankylosaurus had an armor protecting its back so that when a T-Rex or any predator will bite it, it won't succeed as its heavy and strong armor could protect it. But also more dangerous is the club on its tail. Swoosh, swoosh. It's used for defense, knocking off dangerous predators. If you think Ankylosaurus can swipe you with its club tail, and when you are weak enough it can eat you, well, don't worry. The Ankylosaurus only eats plants and do not have sharp teeth. So this is Ankylosaurus. Number 8. The Brachiosaurus. We all know Brachiosaurus, as Brachiosaurus uses its long neck like a giraffe to eat food from the trees. But did you know why does it have this hump thing in its head, like a curved thing? If you pay attention to its snout or ear, you can see it has no nose. The nose is actually located in the curve in its head. Yes, it sounds crazy, but it's true. The curves on its head has its nostrils. It has nostrils on its head. And also not just that, almost all herbivores that have long necks do something to protect themselves from these giant Tyrannosaurus Rex or other creatures. Not just swinging their tail, it is also a popular method of giant long neck herbivores protecting themselves. I will show it to you. When a T-Rex gets too close to a Brachiosaurus, the Brachiosaurus has a trick. If it gets too close enough, it will lift up in the air, well, using its 2 other feet to stand. It will lift up in the air, making the T-Rex surprised. And if the T-Rex or other carnivore dinosaur is too late to move out, he'll be crushed into so much pressure by its feet. Nothing could survive that. It would be crushed by the feet of a gigantic herbivore. It would stand up with its 2 legs and then use its other 2 legs to fall to crush. However, if the T-Rex is smart enough or fast enough, it could go away. But if it's too slow, it could end up rest in peace, defeated by a herbivore. Number 7. Stegosaurus. And it looks like this. It is mostly covered in spines on its back, making it look like Godzilla, and these extra sharp spikes on its tail used for defense. Speaking of Godzilla, did you know that the spikes in the back of Godzilla is inspired by the one and only Stegosaurus? But not just that, it is also inspired by the sail of Spinosaurus. Mostly feed on plants like grasses and many more. If there is a terrible lizard wanting to eat it, it gets up with a fence. It uses its tail and sweep around, making the carnivore scared or maybe retreat or get hurt. And did you know that the spines of Stegosaurus could sometimes change color? Well, mostly to scare away its predators. But some scientists think that they use these spines on their back for mating display, for attracting females to come to them. Like in most animals, they use color or many parts of their bodies to attract the other gender to come for mating, right?
Wow.
And not just that, guys. Did you know why Stegosaurus is also mostly called one of the dumbest of all dinosaurs? It is because the brain of Stegosaurus is the size of a walnut. That's why some people keep making jokes that the brain of Stegosaurus is at the butt. And that's Stegosaurus! Number 6, Velociraptor. This is the Velociraptor with a long tail, with three sharp claws on its arms, with some little feathers in its body that makes it look like a giant walking bird, and a long snout with lots of sharp teeth. And also, one of the most popular things about the Velociraptor, very sharp spikes that could tear off the flesh of its enemy. And not just that, guys. Did you know that in the movie Jurassic World, it is thought that Velociraptor is almost as big as a human, and also sounded like this, and also hunt in packs. But eventually, guys, this is mostly a lie. Velociraptors look much smaller than what you see in movies. This is a human size, and this is a Velociraptor, almost like the size of your dog. But however, the truth is, it's a little bit smaller. A little bit small that you might think it's the size of a chicken. In the movie, it's big. In reality, it's small. But even though the movie was lying about a Velociraptor being a cool dinosaur, it's still pretty awesome. Done with the Velociraptor. Now let's go to number 5. Argentinosaurus! Did you know why it's called Argentinosaurus? It's because it's discovered in Argentina. Guess it right, guys. It's discovered in Argentina. Their bones are found somewhere in Argentina. That's why they were called Argentinosaurus. These dinosaurs were thought to be the biggest of all the dinosaurs. Did you know, guys, that Argentinosaurus is almost the same size as the weight of an American football field? That's pretty big. And just for its size, its weight is as heavy as 10 African elephants. That's even more than I expected. Did you know that eggs of the Argentinosaurus was also discovered? The scientists believe that the Argentinosaurus would have laid about 15 eggs. That's pretty much. And the name Argentinosaurus actually means Argentine lizard, which makes sense because its remains or its fossils were found in Argentina. And also, Argentinosaurus lives in the Cretaceous period, the same period where T-Rex was. Number 4, the one and only Triceratops. Triceratops is very recognizable with its three horns in its face and its frill on its face, making it look terrifying, but actually a herbivore. But they are also aggressive. A lot of times, Triceratops tend to fight other Triceratops. Maybe because they don't want other Triceratops to be in their territory. So this is how a Triceratops looks like. Well, the Triceratops lives in the Cretaceous period. The other famous dinosaur that is almost as famous as Triceratops, the Stegosaurus, lives in the Jurassic period. So they would never have met. You might see the Triceratops on the movie Jurassic World. We can see Triceratops a lot of time in the movie. And not just that, guys. Did you know that Triceratops is a considered food for Tyrannosaurus Rex? Yes, guys, Triceratops and Tyrannosaurus Rex occupied the same ecosystem. They occupied the forests of western North America about 65 million years ago in the Cretaceous period. I wonder how T-Rex managed to evade Triceratops' sharp horns. So that's the Triceratops. Number 3, Carnosaurus. It might look like T-Rex, but just pay attention to the horns in its head. That's how you identify Carnotaurus. Carnotaurus lives in the late Cretaceous period, just like a T-Rex. And just like T-Rex, Carnotaurus eats meat. The arms of the Carnotaurus were smaller than the ones found in T-Rex. Just like its arms being smaller than a T-Rex, their teeth are also almost 8 times smaller than the T-Rex's teeth. Carnosaurus was a part of a group of dinosaurs called theropods, just like a T-Rex. And did you know that Carnosaurus was also one of the most fastest theropods ever to live the planet? The name of a Carnotaurus eventually means meat-eating bull. Just like the horns on its head, it looks like a bull, but it's not a bull. Well, it is a meat-eating bull. Carnotaurus is the only meat-eating dinosaur that has horns in its head, just like a bull. And that is Carnotaurus. Number 2, Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus had this crest on their head. But did you know what's their use for? Well, scientists believe it is used for making sounds to attract female. And also, because of their legs, they might even run fast. Sometimes it could walk in its 4 legs or 2 legs. And it's also a herbivore, a plant-eating dinosaur. Well, you can know this because it has no sharp teeth. This is a herbivore that uses its strong back legs to reach higher branches for food. I love this tasty grass. This is how the Parasaurolophus looks like. It has this horn-like crest on its head. Also, these tiny arms that could also be used to walk. The narrow beak, like a duck. Well-developed arms and strong legs. And also, the name Parasaurolophus means near-crested lizard because of this unusual crest on its head that is only used for mating purposes. Also uses crest for communication, like biolocation. Biolocation, you use sound to know where you are. The Parasaurolophus lived in the Cretaceous period around 75 million years ago. Fossils of Parasaurolophus were found in Canada and also many parts of US. And that's the Parasaurolophus. And finally, number 1! Dun, 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 the T-Rex, or Tyrannosaurus Rex. We all know T-Rex as the king of the dinosaurs. We all know that T-Rex is a bad and ferocious hunter that hunts everything on its way except for the ones it cannot handle. But did you know that our friend Barney is a T-Rex? Yes, he's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I bet a lot of you guys already guessed it. And also, when you look at its very tiny little arms with only 2 fingers, you might think they are very useless. But the truth is, these tiny arms are actually useful. They are even very strong enough to tear flesh. And did you know that the bite force of the T-Rex is enough to crush a rock and enough to shatter a car? But not as strong as my greatest friend MegaFranco. T-Rex is also known as the King Tyrant Lizard. And guys, you might see in the movies they are covered in scales. But however, in reality, they are covered in feathers.
Huh?
Yep, they're covered in feathers, just like a bird. Tweet, tweet. Did you know what's more crazier about T-Rex? T-Rex is still alive today.
Huh?
Believe me, T-Rex is alive, but has transformed into another animal through evolution. Did you know what that is? It's not the alligator, not the Komodo dragon, or not any reptile. It is the one and only. It's the chicken. The chicken is actually a T-Rex. The T-Rex just evolved and turned into a chicken. The chicken may even have the DNA of T-Rex, making it possible for scientists to take the DNA and make a real-life T-Rex soon in the future. And also that means every day you're sorta eating T-Rex every day, and you're seeing kinda a lot of T-Rex in the farm, and chicken is a T-Rex. Some of you guys say that when you do not move, the T-Rex can't see you, but when you move, he will grab you and eat you. But that's actually a myth. T-Rex have excellent eyesight that can see you even if you don't move. So just standing there would not save your life. It is because the T-Rex vision is even more powerful than a vision of that of an eagle. And those are the fun facts I know about dinosaurs. So that's all for today, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to MegafrancoTV. Okay, so time to clean up. I'll do my magic trick again. Poof! Thanks for watching, guys! And don't forget to like and follow my Facebook page. It's Franco Carrillo. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in my next video. Bye!